Welcome back. I hope you're doing amazing. I'm going to be showing you how you can make a whipped body butter that's infused with roses and lavender for a lightweight, moisturizing body butter that doesn't feel heavy on your skin. It absorbs very quickly and does a great job of moisturizing those dry areas. Even for sensitive skin, this is a great option. So I'm going to show you my process for doing this. If you are someone struggling with making body butter products, then this video is for you. I'm going to show you step by step. I'm going to share tips and some tricks to make an amazing whipped body butter product. So let's go on and get started. If this is your first time stopping by, my name is Esther. I make DIY hair and skincare videos here on YouTube. I'm also a business owner. I sell my skincare, body care products, soaps online, and I also have ebooks and formulation classes. Everything I mentioned is always linked in the description box. So let's go on and get started.
Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're giving me wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry.
I'm going to be using a digital scale to weigh out my ingredients, and the complete formula recipe for this butter is going to be shown at the end of this video, and all my equipment, tools, they are also going to be linked in the description box. So my first ingredient that I'm going to weigh out is my plant butter. I'm going to be using cocoa butter. This is a butter that is very moisturizing for your skin. It does not clog your skin. It also has anti-inflammatory benefits, so it's very soothing for your skin. So once I have this weighed out, I'm going to place this in a pot that I've filled with a few inches of water, and I'm just going to gently heat this on low heat until this butter has melted down.
You're chilling wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly.
For my oil infusion, I've weighed out some dried rose flowers. Roses are packed with vitamins and they are full of antioxidants which help to promote a healthy skin glow. I'm also going to add in some dried lavender buds. Lavender has antibacterial, antifungal benefits. It's also packed with antioxidants that are very soothing for irritated skin, itchy skin. And to my dried flowers, I'm going to add in some sunflower oil. I like using sunflower oil because it's very lightweight. It absorbs quickly into the skin. It's also packed with high levels of vitamin E. After mixing, I'm going to let my oil slowly infuse for the next 4 weeks. All I do is I cover my jar, I place it away from direct heat or sunlight, and I let it infuse for the next 4 weeks. And every other day, I just shake my jar and then I just continue to let it infuse. So after 4 weeks, my oil was ready, and I'm going to just strain out the amount of oil that I need for this body butter recipe, body butter formula. So once again, you are welcome to make substitutions to the oil, and you can always do your infusion differently if you don't want to do it the way that I did.
Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're giving me wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me fear.
I'm using some middle foam seed oil. I love this oil. It has a rich feel on the skin. It also helps to replenish moisture that has been lost from your skin, and it also helps to balance your skin's natural oil production. Next is shea nut oil. Shea nut oil is extracted from shea butter. It's a rich oil. It doesn't feel heavy on your skin, and it's packed with the vitamins, fats, that just do an amazing job at moisturizing your skin. I added in some alkanet root that I infused in some sunflower oil. I was hoping that I would get a light pink color in this body butter product, but it did not turn out that way. But alkanet root still has some amazing skin benefits. It has anti-inflammatory benefits. It's very soothing and calming for your skin. So it is optional in this formula. So I just gave this a quick mix, and I'm going to just check on my cocoa butter that's melting to see if it's ready.
But I don't wanna miss you, baby. So I stand up and speak just my mind.
I also want to mention that cocoa butter takes longer to melt. It's much harder than shea butter. So you just want to be patient when you're melting down this butter. If you're using shea butter, it melts very fast. So once I have my cocoa butter completely melted, I'm going to add in the rest of my oils, and I'm just going to give this a quick stir to mix.
You're chilling in the rain. You're some kind of butterfly.
To reduce the chance of ending up with a grainy body butter, you want to cool your mixture as quickly as possible. So I cover mine with some foil paper and I place in the freezer until my mixture becomes semi-solid.
You're chilling in the rain. You're some kind of butterfly.
After my mixture had cooled down, this is what it was looking like. I left mine in the freezer a little bit too long. I like to have some liquid in my mixture before I start whipping. So even though it was pretty solid, it's still easy to, I guess, manipulate. But you want your mixture not as solid as this. But I'm going to go ahead and start whipping. So usually I'll start whipping on the lowest speed of my mixer, and I'll do that for the first 2 to 3 minutes on the lowest speed, and then I will increase to a medium high speed for an additional 4 to 5 minutes. It really depends on how quickly the body butter mixture starts to fluff up, and it does vary because it depends on how big of a batch size or amount that you're making. So it's kind of hard to estimate the times. But you also want to scrape down the sides to make sure you have every bit of the mixture incorporated when you're whipping. So after doing that, I'm just going to keep whipping. So just whip until you start to get a light fluffy butter, but you don't want to over whip.
You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite.
I'm going to go ahead and add in the rest of my ingredients. I'm going to add in some tapioca flour. This is going to help reduce the greasiness of this body butter. You are still going to have some oily feel because you are working with a plant butter and oil, but it does help reduce the greasiness and it helps the body butter absorb quickly into the skin. Next is some vitamin E T50. This is an antioxidant. It's going to help extend the shelf life of your body butter. It helps reduce the rancidity of the oils. It is not a preservative. I'm also going to add in just a little bit more of the alkanet root oil that I infused just to see if I could get some additional color. And then you just want to give everything a good mix until the oil, the tapioca flour is well combined.
Oh, but I don't wanna miss you, baby. So I stand up and speak just my mind. Oh.
And this is what the whipped body butter is looking like, the rose and lavender infused body butter. You can also use this as a face butter because it's made with non-clogging oils, and coconut butter is also non-clogging. If you are struggling making your own body butter products, definitely check out this video that I did. I'll link it in the description box, as well as some of my other helpful body butter videos. But I'm going to go on and share the formula right here.
But my appetite, don't leave me here high and dry.
I have shared the formula in percents, and I've also converted this into grams. If you want to make a different amount, please check the description box. I have a batch calculator that you can use to make your own amount, the specific batch size that you would like to make.
Don't leave me here high and dry.
I'm using 4-ounce glass jars to package up my body butter, and I'm also going to be piping into these glass jars. You can also scoop your own body butter if you would like. So this is what the body butter looks like. I've gotten asked many questions about the texture, if it's going to change, if it's going to become hard. With any whipped body butter product, the texture is going to change slightly, but it should not be rock hard. I'm just going to show you a quick demo on my skin just to show you how the body butter applies. It should apply easily on your skin. You should not be struggling to apply your body butter products. It's going to absorb quickly into your skin. Yes, you might have some of that oily residue, but it should not be a heavy, greasy body butter. So I'm going to show you what the texture looks like 2 days later, so you can see how the texture changed.
You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you
So 2 days later, I had placed a label on my jars, and I'm going to show you how the texture is. As I said earlier, you should not end up with a body butter that's rock hard, but this is what mine is looking like. You should be able to easily scoop your body butter. It should not be a struggle. But if you are having difficulty with your body butter products being rock hard, you want to look at your recipe, your formula. That's what it comes down to.
fire. You're giving me wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite.
But this is what it looks like on the skin. 2 days later, it's still the same effect, the same feeling on your skin. It should absorb easily. It should absorb quickly without struggling to moisturize your skin. But if you are struggling with rock hard body butter products, as I said, you want to look at your formula, your ratio. So please check the description box for the video, my step-by-step guide to formulating amazing body butter products. And if you also want to check out my body butter ebook, I also share 16 additional body butter formulas there. So use that as a resource, but definitely check the description box for all my resources. But I hope you found this video helpful, useful in your body butter making journey. Please let me know if you have any questions. Leave it for me in the comments below. Please don't forget to like this video. Leave me a heart emoji in the comments. That means so much. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.